For lunch today, a few of us went out to that Mexican place you wanted to try.
Oh, sure. When I want to go, you don't. But as soon as your friends ask you to go, I feel like we're always talking about food. So, what happened to your diet?
Yeah, I'm not really on it anymore.
Hadn't noticed. Well, did you like it at least?
Yeah, it was really good. I had the nachos with all the stuff on top and some enchiladas. Good stuff.
Lucky.
Yeah, but my lunch was ruined by a couple sitting a few tables down.
How could a lunch like that possibly be ruined? Were they ugly or something?
Yeah, well, actually they were, but it wasn't that.
Were they making out at the table? I know how much you hate that.
No, worse.
What could be worse than two ugly people making out at a restaurant?
They were sitting next to each other on the same side of the table.
Like across from another person or couple?
Nope, by themselves.
And was she giving him a hand job under the table?
No.
So then what's the problem?
You don't think it's weird for a couple to sit on the same side of the table when they're by themselves?
Oh, I never really even thought about it. I don't think I've ever noticed it before.
Yeah, there's a reason you never see it. It's because it's awkward and wrong and no one should ever do it. Ever.
I think you're over-exaggerating.
That's easy for you to say because you didn't have to stare at it all afternoon. There's only one reason for a couple to be sitting side by side, and that's only if they're sitting at a bar.
Why does it bother you so much?
I think of it in a couple of ways. For starters, don't you want to stare into each other's eyes?
I guess.
You're going to wind up staring at your significant other out of the corner of your eye like some autistic kid or something. Sure, it's nice to be close, but that can't be comfortable. You ever look at something out of the corner of your eye? It gives you a fucking headache.
I suppose.
And you bump elbows? I couldn't possibly enjoy my food that way.
Yeah, that would get annoying.
Then I have this symmetry OCD. Having two people on one side of the table and none on the other just upsets the balance of the universe.
So wars and religious oppressions don't get you heated, but sitting on the same side of the table does. Interesting.
Think of it this way. It's all about weight distribution. If the ground split open under the table and they were both on the side over the break, they'd tip it over instantly, fall right in and die. Which might not be a bad thing if you're a douche enough to sit that way.
Yeah, but if they're sitting on the other side, they'd both be safe.
But the risk is too high. You either die or you don't. No chance to balance out the sides and quickly jump to safety. If their table was on a sheet of thin ice.
Wait, why would their table be on a sheet of thin ice? Why would it be on any ice?
Let's pretend for a moment, shall we? A cutting-edge restaurant called... The Cutting Edge, where the servers serve food in ice skates, like Sonic in the Arctic. Survival on thin ice is all about spreading out your weight. If they're both on one side, then the ice breaks apart. They fall in, get hypothermia, drown, and die. As hilarious as that is, it's still all because they just had to sit on one side of the table.
Cutting edge, eh? Clever.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, can I, come over there and sit by you?
Hey.